It's 1411 BCE, and Athens is at war with Sparta. Still, this war has been going on for years and years, and Athens just took a major blow in Sicily just 2 years previous. Peace is starting to look like a really great option. Or at least Lysistrata thinks so. She is a middle-class housewife from Athens. The play opens on the day of a meeting organized by Lysistrata. Women from Athens and many other cities, including Sparta, are at the meeting. Here Lysistrata announces her ultimate plan. The women should all refuse to have sex with their husbands until they end the war. They all agree, and to make it even harder for their husbands, they plan to present themselves in the most sexual manner that they can come up with. Lysistrata has also sent a group of women to occupy the Acropolis, the government center of Athens. This is where the funds for the war are kept, and without them, the war will run out of money. The women all agree to the strike and head off to their respective cities. Now we jump to the outside of the Acropolis, where the women have taken over. The chorus of men show up. They are basically a group of old men. They plan to set fire to the building to get the women out of there. The chorus of women then show up with water, thus foiling the men's plan. The city's magistrate shows up, and Lysistrata comes out of the Acropolis to explain what she's doing. They argue, and the magistrate runs off with his tail between his legs to complain and take no action. More drama ensues as the women start wanting to have sex again, and Lysistrata stops them. The choruses fight.
A man walks up to the Acropolis, visibly aroused. It's Synesius, the husband of Marihine, one of the women on the sex strike. She goes down to see her husband. He complains to her that he is incapable of taking care of the house and family, but he really just wants sex. She pretends to give in, but every time it seems that they're about to actually do the do, he runs off and gets another item that she thinks is required. Eventually she leaves and doesn't return, and leaves poor Synesius with the worst case of blue balls ever. The men continue to complain without taking action and swap horror stories about their sexual frustration. Then, a man shows up from Sparta. He's also sporting a visible erection. What a trend. Then, the men realize that the women's sex strike is a full-on conspiracy. Synesius sends the man back to Sparta with a proclamation of peace. He also runs off to tell the same message to Athenian officials. When they hear about the peace treaty, the choruses merge into one. The Spartan and Athenian delegates show up. Lysistrata comes out to help negotiate peace and brings a friend for help, the goddess of reconciliation. She's a young naked girl. Lysistrata lectures the two sides on why war is dumb, and they all agree, completely unaware of anything she is saying, as they stare and drool over the naked women. Eventually the men get their hands out of their pants and a deal is reached. They all exit to a presumed party celebrating peace.